Yeah, let's go. Good morning, everyone. It's Stoney Love, and happy Wednesday to you. Wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. I hope that you're having a wonderful Wednesday and a very blessed morning. As you can see, the sun is up, and it is going to be a fabulous and beautiful day. Life is like a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep on moving. So if you're up this morning already, get up and start moving. Don't stop, just go. If you left something, don't go back and get it. Just keep going, unless it's the keys and you got to have those. I have a little bit of the Atlanta and around the county news to keep you abreast on what's going on in the city. Today we're going to have a part two of the Mikey J and the Britton Carlton interview from yesterday that a lot of you may have missed. Um, so, yes. So, in the Fulton County Commissioner considers the reopening of the Alpharetta Jail. So, I guess they're like, you know what? We got to open up. Barney Fife says, you know what? We got to open it on up. Criminals everywhere, don't matter where you live, even in the Beverly Hills. Bibb County investigates after finding a headless body behind a Macon County in Macon, Georgia, behind the Burger King. Wow, interesting. And in political news, Warnock and Walker tied in the Georgia Senate race, and Kemp leads Abrams in the governor's poll. And Brookhaven is to hold the Juneteenth event in the DeKalb County oldest black neighborhood. Ooh. And a suspect is on the run after this morning at the Peachtree Center MARTA station where two were shot. And Atlanta completes a $30 million facelift of Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. Now that's awesome. And in DeKalb County will host this weekend its latest food giveaway. Now, this weekend they'll be distributing 5,000 boxes of meat across 7 different locations, beginning at the New Birth Missionary Baptist Church. So, if you have a pen, you want to write this down. So, if you need food for your family, they're giving it away in DeKalb County at the New Birth Missionary Baptist Church. You may want to call for the times, and it's 6400 Woodrow Road, and that's in Stonecrest. And then we have the Barron Christian Church at 2201 Young Road in Stone Mountain, and Beulah Missionary Baptist Church at 2340 Clinton Springs Road in Decatur. And we have Big Miller Grove Missionary Baptist Church at 3800 Big Miller Grove Way in Stonecrest. The Covenant Church at 1700 Corey Boulevard in Decatur. Shi Temple CME Church, 2030 Wesley Chapel Road, Decatur. And the Rehoboth Baptist Church, I hope I said that right, Rehoboth Baptist Church, 2997 Lawrenceville Highway in Tucker, Georgia. So make sure you go by and get some of those items. And even if you don't need those items, grab them for your neighbor. If you know that your neighbor don't have transportation or a way to get there and may need help, help somebody this weekend. It's Juneteenth this weekend. I believe it's Juneteenth this weekend, yes. And let's celebrate by helping each other always, every day, and not just Juneteenth, but every single day. Let's pitch in and help each other. That's love, and God is love. And after this break, we'll be right back with our guests right here on the Stoney Love Show. Got what I needed. Good morning and welcome back to the Stoney Love Morning Show. I told y'all it was going to be a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. And we're going to have part two with Mikey J. And he's going to talk to us about the entertainment industry. And I guess particularly we're talking about, say, myself. If we just use myself for an example. I'm getting cast for a movie, and maybe you're going to share with me from A to Z what happens to someone like me who's maybe new in the industry, what my role is, how do I get paid, do I get paid? Because I know some of these roles are non-paid, um, or do I beat you up about my money? Pull out my AK-47 and be like, "Where my money at, Mikey? Come on."
Well, first of all, I'm glad to be back. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Up early again this morning.
Yes.
Um, I'm used to it. So let's just get down to the nitty gritty. There are a lot of production companies out there
Hmm.
who are committing a lot of atrocities out there. They're really making it hard for the legitimate companies out there, such as those in New York and LA, which are the actual conglomerates of the film industry. You have other, cities like Atlanta or the Ohio area is real big in the industry as well too,
Okay.
for a lot of them shot location and stuff like that. These production companies are out here either not paying actors who should be paid.
Mm.
Every actor, whether they're an extra slash background or someone with one line, should be paid. They deserve to be paid. And they always run in that line, oh, you get exposure, you get exposure.
I've seen that.
I can expose you and still give you a check.
Right.
I can expose you and still put you in my database so you can get a consistent residual, you know. But a lot of production companies that are out here now, they're just paying actors up front. They're not supposed to do that. That's at their discretion. They have that discretion, but it makes another legitimate company look as if they're doing something wrong against an actor, and that's not true. So actors who are background slash extras, they get paid within 30 days after they finish filming their scene. If you are what they consider an above the line or below the line actor or feature, you get paid up to 120 days after the film is released for distribution. Case in point, my executive producer and president, Bella Ray, there was a point where she had to just start, you know what, let me put something out there. And she saw that Ludacris had went on Instagram and posted his check that he finally got from Fast and the Furious.
Okay.
The last Fast and the Furious.
Yes.
And it proved every statement that I've ever said that had validity. So here we are telling actors, look, we're going to pay you. We got up to 120 days to do it, yada, yada, yada. And some actors are like, okay, but then they never come back. And then you got to start getting understudies. So here we are telling them you need a COVID test. Some people don't want to do a COVID test. I'm vaccinated, and my crew, a lot of people are vaccinated. But if you're not vaccinated, it's not the here or end all. You can still do the film. You just need to get a negative result, whether it's a rapid test or PCR. And you can't be out there going to a party or a venue with 1,000 people or 500 people.
And then come back the next day when I go on the set. Because you just expose yourself in some type of way.
Exactly.
Right.
So myself, Anya Film Group, Bella Ray, we want to pay our actors. But they have to really comprehend that until we secure distribution and our distributors or distributor starts cutting us our checks, when we get our check, you'll get yours. And a lot of actors are under the false premonitions that is how it works. They get paid up front, and it's not true.
Oh. Well, I thought I was one of those people under the impression, because my son was just in a movie here that Labusi is doing, and he was like, "Well, they're paying us such a day," and I was like, "Have you got your money yet from these people?" Now the other day he hadn't got any money yet, so I'm like, "Did you read the paperwork they had you to sign?" And he was like, "Yeah, mama, they say I'm gonna get da 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 day."
Was he an extra or no?
No, he's up in front. He's the
He's
water boy.
so he's about above the line or below the line. So
Yeah,
above the line is the stars, the co-stars, the
yeah,
directors, the producers, and so forth. The below the line are like the featured actors,
right,
stuff like that, people like that, boom operator, whatever. And they told him he was going to be receiving per diem $125 a day
right.
for his role. And they told this man that he would get it before the film drops. They got to give him a date. And if he doesn't receive it by that date, they have to legally give him some type of communication, whether it's via email, via text, or landline or cell phone, as to what the delay of his pay is, and when and if he will ever be paid.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they have to. There's a lot of things. I know actors want to act and they want to be out there and do their thing, but learn the ethics of the business and learn the legal um, formalities of this business, because a lot of people be doing unethical things. Travel. I have the SAG rules. I had the SAG rules for the past 10 years, and whether they update or not, I still have them. And SAG does not. How should I put it? They tell us the SAG representatives, your management or your agent, they negotiate with the production company travel and lodging. It's not the production company's priority or responsibility to cover someone's travel or lodging. It says it. The production company, at their discretion, can reimburse for it.
Okay.
But they don't have to pay. It's the act, whether it's by land, air, or water. We call it sea.
Right.
And that's just the God honest truth. So a lot of actors, so are you gonna take care of my lodging, my travel, and then I get the Charlie Brown like, oh, I do one of those on. But then, to be honest with you, Stoney, there are actors that I have done that for. You know, some actors are just so creative and talented that they are not financially worthy to even go from point A to point A and a half. So there's some people you want to do that for, and I will do that. Like, he or she is great, this little kid is great, but their parents may not have the money to even get them up there. They may not have the funds to get there themselves. So your heart takes over instead of your business aspect.
Exactly.
So that's why I will cover someone's flight. Legally, I have to cover someone's meal. Okay. You have to feed the cast breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Now in New York, I have 4 hours. Every 4 hours, I have to feed them. If an actor call time is 12 o'clock and they show up at 8 o'clock, I don't have to feed them because they got there 4 hours early.
Okay.
Well, if an actor's call time is 12 o'clock and we roll camera at 1, at 5 o'clock,
you have to feed them.
We got a break.
Okay.
We got a break. And I'll ask them, hey, look, it's time for break. You guys want to eat? If you want to proceed, and we can knock out, we can eat afterwards. Me, I'll be on go. Listen, I'm diabetic. I'm supposed to eat.
Right.
I'll be on go mode, like.
Right.
Wardrobe. If someone doesn't have wardrobe, because I give the actors, when we're looking through their Instagrams or their Facebook or whatever, and I'm like, okay, he or she can dress. So I'll give them the
opportunity to make the choice of what they would like to wear.
And my famous words when they ask me, what's wardrobe? I always say, go for your Oscar. Go for your Oscar. Best dressed. Hair and makeup. Go for your Oscar.
Of course.
But don't be caking up on me. Because I'd rather shoot someone in their natural element.
Yeah.
Like right now, I don't know when a woman is wearing makeup or not. I can't tell if you wearing makeup or not. Lipstick, I can tell.
I have on a little powder.
See? You perfect. I can shoot that right now.
Right. Thank you.
I had women who came on the set. They looked like they took their whole face and dumped it in cake batter. Like,
No. And
yeah,
sometimes you
man.
don't need all of that. I
No.
tell my daughters that all the time. You're naturally beautiful. So a little, like I put these, I was just telling the producer, I tried to put these eyelashes on that my daughter gave me, and I don't need them. But, in society, you think, oh, you want to enhance you on TV,
Yeah.
whatever. But I probably
But see,
look,
you got pretty eyes.
thank you.
So,
But I probably look crazy right now with the
nah,
thing going up that way.
it's all how someone's captures you, shoots you. So no matter what angle I shoot you from,
Right.
you're very beautiful. So
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna get you from every angle. Now, some women and some women are very beautiful. Some men are very handsome. Just some of them just not camera. What's the word?
That they don't have that
Their eye,
camera
yeah,
view,
they just
that
don't have
easy on
that.
the eye,
That's the
on the
easy on
cam.
the eye. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you gotta make it do.
Right.
You gotta
So
use your eye.
sometimes,
Yeah.
like with Idris Elba, no matter what role he's playing, if he's playing that thug or a cop or that gentleman, he's easy on the eye.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
oh wow, he look kind of rugged today, but dang, you know. And so you get that,
Yeah.
sometimes that there's just a natural beauty about a
Yeah.
person, and you can look at them no matter what. I mean, like even when if you go back and look at Whoopi Goldberg and Color Purple, just look at her. She's very beautiful.
Mhm.
And they made her, or they created her as this ugly individual
Yeah.
by saying to her, "You sure is ugly."
Yeah.
And you thought that in your mind because she had on no makeup, her hair was in braids. But look at her. She had the most beautiful skin, the most beautiful teeth, and
Yeah.
the most beautiful smile. I looked at her in that movie one day, and I just looked at her. I said, "This woman is absolutely gorgeous,
Mhm.
black woman." And I was like, "Wow." I mean, we don't. And sometimes, like a lot of people don't know that because their parents never told them that,
Yeah. Yeah.
and they're like, "Oh, I'm okay. I'm an average." But getting back to the film, at what you were saying, how do you choose people for your roles? If how do you find that special someone
Mm. Wow.
that's maybe a child that needs to, like, you're in the movie Keys and Cuffs, you have your daughter that plays your role.
Yeah.
And,
Aaliyah Cotton.
okay,
Yeah.
and she does very well.
Yeah. She's great, man.
So how do you choose? I'm sorry, the wind is. I'm not crying y'all today. It's the
Yes, she
wind.
is.
So how do you choose these characters, and how do they, like yesterday when we did the tryout for Dr. Ramsey? How did you just know I was her?
So I'm glad. That's where you were going to be my speaking point on that right there.
Okay.
My talking point. Um, some people you could just look at, and you be like, wow, I got something for him or her.
Mm.
And with you, I'm looking at you for cougars. I was first looking at you for cougars because of what you said down at.
I'm a lioness.
Yeah, yeah. And then I think it was Mr. Britton. I think he mentioned that in Keys and Cuffs. I can't remember, but I'm like, hold up, yeah, Dr. Ramsey. And that's just what it is, man. Then
Wow.
you give somebody opportunity to do an audition or a monologue or whatever, and you have to coach the person as to what you expect out of them, what you want out of them, character breakdown, rundown, stuff like that, and you actually nailed it. You
Oh,
nailed it. If you
well,
didn't, I
thank
would have
you.
told you,
Thank
and then I
you.
would have said, now let's work on it.
Right.
You don't just tell somebody, nah, it's okay. Nah, I don't do that. I'm not known for that. What I am known for is if you only got 2 takes.
Oh.
If you have my script long enough, you only got 2 takes, and if you don't get on a second take, I'm not gonna remove you from the film. I'm just gonna change your character.
Mm.
Somebody else, I'm gonna be very honest. I'm a puppy dog compared to the big wolves out there who they just
Don't care.
yeah they don't
They
have
don't
no
care
proof.
what they say. I've been
Yeah.
in acting school since I was in 6th grade.
So you already know.
And yes, and so I've done a lot of stage plays and all of that, props. And the teachers, as they teach you, they have no filter.
Nah, not at all.
You know,
Not at
and
all.
after that, sometimes they'll give you 3, just the benefit of the doubt. But after that, you're cut.
Yeah.
You're done. Have a seat on the sideline. Study the script.
Yep.
You might be ready in the next one, but you won't get a chance in this one.
And it's funny you bring that up because here we have let actors go.
Yeah.
I my turnover with actors on my end, we're great, but it be the actors. A lot of them they come with this preconceived notion that it's about them. No, it's not. It's about Stoney. It's about Mr. Clark. It's about every other actor here. Yeah, you're the star of the film because that's the title that you are given in the film industry, the co-star and the stars. But are there any stars on my set? No, everyone is equal. Everyone eats the same, drinks the same, looks like we're not doing that. No one has the Messiah complex when you're on my set.
Right.
You know, no, but you're gonna not just get along. You're gonna respect the other actors. You're gonna learn to get along. You're not gonna be antisocial. We just want good spirited people
Right. To come together
to
and
come.
make it happen.
Yeah,
Right.
and when you bring that type of, if you're on that type of time, you bring that type of energy. It's not good.
Right.
It's
It
not
slows the
good.
production down.
Yeah, because
Because you got to babysit them and coach them. And
exactly.
You're like, I don't have
And
time for this.
Stoney Love may be the one to help you with your lines
Right.
for your scene that's coming up. But no, you want to be antisocial. So now you, after your second take,
Right.
you heard that?
Right. Yeah, you're looking crazy.
Just like that. So, but and then when they are removed, they think they still get paid for a film they are no longer attached to. That's another thing. Oh, I never got paid for the film. Number one, it never came out. Number two, you were replaced. So it's just
So you just, when they're done with their lines and they can't get their lines, you just say cut over there, sit over there, and then they kind of know that they're off the film.
no. What
And
I
then-
do is I say, all right, cut. Are you good? I got to make sure that they're mentally, emotionally, and spiritually good. Because
All right.
sometimes somebody
Because a
may-
rejection could be hard.
Yeah, they may be going through something or like talk to me.
Right.
I don't want to assume anything.
Right.
You know, a woman, and just please forgive with this life. A woman may be on her menstrual.
Right.
You have to be what's the word I'm looking for right now?
Emotionally prepared or
Respectful.
respectful of those emotions that she's going through.
Yeah.
Right. That is true.
Somebody may be going through something mentally,
Yeah.
spiritually. If they're not, I'm gonna move on to another scene, and I'm gonna come back to it and allow them to do it in front of me with the other actor.
Got you.
Bella Ray will get them ready. Britton will get them ready. Raymond Broadwater will get them ready. Teresi, like I have a full-fledged
Staff.
team,
Right.
that'll get
That'll
people
be
ready.
there for you. Okay.
And if they don't, I'll just change their role because I'm not a dream crusher. I'm not that guy.
Now, do you have may I ask how many movies you've produced thus far?
Yeah. So thus far, my own personal films are Hopeless Romantic,
Yes.
Keys and Cuffs,
Yes.
Chill Pill, my comedy, my horror film Run, Days of a King, which is my TV series, Time Matters, which is a drama, Three the Hard Way. So altogether, I have 8 films and 1 television production. 2 of the films are, Hopeless Romantic is already out. We're doing theatrical premieres. We're going to release it through Dame Dash Studios
Yes.
and Homestead Entertainment. Keys and Cuffs, the same thing. All my films, red carpet premieres, to get the promotion out there, to get the hypeness going.
Yes.
And then we'll do it through the distributor. Cougars is a TV series
Oh.
that we started filming April 9th
Mm-hmm.
of this year. And that's written by Dr. Luana Bruce, Dr.
Okay.
Lou. And I did a couple of scenes that I wrote as well. And even though I wasn't supposed to,
Are you going to be one of the men that's dating the Cougars?
yeah. But I wasn't supposed to. It's another thing. when casts don't show up or casts just drop out for some reason,
Uh
or
huh.
they may even get sick, like something legitimate had happened to them,
Mhm.
then I would step into the role. I no longer want to be in my films. There was only 4 films I was supposed to be in. Oh, Colorblind's another one, which is
Oh.
Colorblind, Chill Pill, Keys and Cuss, and Time Matters.
Now you're gonna run these on a streaming platform.
We're gonna do the theater. We're gonna do the theaters first
Okay.
to get the awareness out there even more.
Okay.
Red carpet premieres like we've been doing.
Yes.
Then we're gonna release it through Dame Dash Studios and Homes Entertainment, which is they have every streaming platform to them,
Oh.
from Netflix to Amazon and Peacock, Fox Soul, Tubi, which is owned by Fox as well.
Really?
A lot of people
Okay.
don't know that. Oh, I want to put myself on Tubi. Yeah, well, Tubi's paying $7 to $11 a stream,
Mm.
while Amazon is paying 2 cents.
Oh wow.
So that's all. Yeah. So when
That's a
people
big
actually turn their
difference.
nose up, oh, yo, do you?
Yeah.
You want to put your stuff on Amazon and get 2 cents just to put your film up?
Right.
That's another thing we have to stop.
Right.
We have to stop this. Stop selling yourself short. It takes time, energy, and a lot of effort and a lot of money to produce a film. So when you're out there just throwing your stuff up just to throw it up, you're not going to recoup anything. Your actors are not going to get paid.
Mm.
Stop throwing your stuff up there, and also do your due diligence as a content creator to hire the right audio person or a great boom operator that can have that steady hand and hold that boom over so they can get that audio.
Got
You know, have your stuff looking visually correct, because a lot of their films, they got great stories. It's just horrible
Production.
shooting,
Yes.
horrible sound,
Yeah.
horrible lighting. Everything doesn't require lighting.
Yeah.
Everything doesn't. You can use natural light. I love natural light.
Right.
And if you got the right lens
Mhm.
that pulls in the light, you don't need lighting.
Right.
So that's just me.
Well, when we come back, guys, we're gonna take a little break here, and we're gonna hear more from Mikey J, and we also have Mr. Britton here, Mr. Britton Carter. If I don't know if he wants to talk or not, but we want to talk more about how to get your portfolio out there, how to get noticed, um, how to pitch yourself or get an agent. We're gonna learn a little bit more because the filming industry is where it is right now.
Yeah.
And if you hot and you got it, you might want to listen to this. We'll be right back after these messages.
The idea of Sunday dinner is the love and the memories you have with it. Hopefully we're doing something that will make the kids want to continue that tradition like our parents instilled in us.
Now sit down.
For us, Sunday dinner was knowing that, you know, your aunts were gonna be in the kitchen, y'all were gonna be outside, and then you're gonna race when they say dinner's ready, right? Like you're pushing each other out the way, right? But also part of that was on Sunday, you didn't eat all day because you knew where you were getting later, right? Growing up, watching my grandfather, who was just like this stoic man, seasoned and flip meat, these greasy hands, this smock, and everyone's looking at him, right, for whatever it was that was coming off the grill. You get a brisket going, that smoke gets to going, your 16-year-old shows up, right? Like he sits next to you, he's waiting for that piece of meat, right? So it pulls you, those smells pull you in. That's hot.
So Ma, as a kid, what was your favorite dish that was made?
Fried chicken.
Like, was it something about that, or?
Well, we only had fried chicken on Sundays. It wasn't always a regular thing because when you had like home fried chicken, somebody had to kill the chicken the day before.
I was about to say.
Everything was prepped on Saturday night because you have to remember we're going back now to a stove that was started up with wood or coal.
Right. I used to request for you to make yeast rolls because I was like, this is amazing and it's so flavorful.
So I do mine, like Grandma didn't have, she had the hand mixer that she whipped around and she would set it where the sun shined on it. Because so it always had to be made early enough that the sun could shine to raise up your rolls.
When we talk about the things that you grow up eating in the house, the one thing that I always loved was my mama's greens. And she took pride at making her son, her oldest boy, these greens. Well, then I met a woman. And fell in love with this woman. And it probably was due to some of those greens. And I think, I'm pretty sure the first thing I said when I took a bite, I think I looked you square in your face and I said sincerely, these better than my mama greens.
The juices started to come out over here. I just want a couple of those.
Being able to set time aside for your family or your extended family is just hard to come by. And it gets harder the older you get. To be able to sit aside like a dedicated time to be able to say, hey, this is where we are, this is where we're gonna meet. Bring everything that you have of yourself in this moment is great. And for us, the kids respond. It's something that they look forward to. We sing a made-up song called Who Won the Day? And sometimes you don't win the day. We got a 4-year-old who'll say, I didn't win my day, it was a rough day, this happened. But they know that this is a space that we are gonna share that.
Put butter on your hands.
Give me his plate. Well, I'm staying.
If somebody had a challenging day or we know that something happened with someone, our table is where we discuss it, and we discuss it as a family. It gives people an opportunity to express themselves and their emotions and not feel like it's a bad thing. You started it trying to get more conversation at the table, and it really has opened that up. Who win the day?
We win the day.
Who win the day?
We win the day.
Who win the day?
We win the day.
Penelope, how'd you win your day?
I made rolls with my family.
What else?
I was watching TV all night.
With thinking about what does Sunday dinner mean to me, as a parent, making the foods that your kids love is what I take pride in because that's what I saw.
Being able to get together is like almost a small vacation.
Even though you're around the same people all day
Even though you're
long.
around the same people all day long, you're with people, but you aren't focused on them.
Right.
And so the dinner table's been a place where we've been able to keep that sense of normalcy and where we just still have that focus on each other.
And amazing food.
And amazing food.
Nice day to go walking. Good morning. Whew, I'm back, y'all. I would like to thank everyone who has tuned in this morning to the Stoney Love Show. And I just want to say that if you would like to be a sponsor, we're looking for sponsors. Please reach out to the Stoney Love Show at StoneyLoveShow@gmail.com or Clock TV Network, and we will be more than happy to assist you. We're here with Mikey J, and also now, are you known as Michael? Oh, come on, what?
Stephen Paul.
That's you.
Yeah, same guy.
Same guy.
Birth certificate, same guy.
I like that's a very distinguished name.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Thank
like
you to the
that
nurses that actually named me. My mother didn't name me.
Really?
Nah, the nurses named me actually. My mother told me the whole story.
And what was your mom name going to be for you? Did she ever say?
No, she honestly didn't.
Wow, but that's a very distinguished. And I saw your magazine cover. You look very distinguished on there as well.
Thank you.
I was like, okay, nice guy here. So I saw some of the comments, and I want to say thank you guys for commenting. But you know, we here on the Stoney Love Show, we try to keep it love. We really do. And I know that you all have your right to voice your opinion and to say your statements, and I want to hear them all. So I guess some of the viewers had a concern about your filming, and you did clarify that you had 8 films under your belt that are being distributed at this time.
But no, actually, Hopeless Romantic.
Okay.
And then when Keys in Cuffs is ready for release, then Keys in Cuffs.
But the other films have been completed, and they're...
No, we're going to reshoot Time Matters.
Okay.
And we're going to be refilming Colorblind as well.
Okay.
And in 2023, we're going to go out with a bang with the other ones.
Ooh, that sounds... I love it.
Yeah.
That sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
Now, the question that one of the viewers had here, and I believe, and I'm going to reference back, and I know I don't like to live in the past, but however, maybe you can make some clarification. There was an incident where one of the personalities here in Atlanta was invited to one of your movie sets in New York, as just such as I. And when they got there, they proclaimed that they weren't, that you tried to sleep with their friend, that you didn't pay them. You didn't pay for their flight, and they were stuck in New York. So when they got back to Atlanta, they wanted to bash you and talk about it on the radio, and another certain somebody who has a morning show wouldn't allow them to say anything about you, so then they fell out. And so
I remember now.
It's all here. You see what I'm saying?
Now I remember.
So they were like, no, you can't come on my radio show talking about Mikey J. And they were like, what you mean? I pay you, woo. Yeah. I'm mad. I want to say something. So then that was the end of that.
Well, first, let me address that one person who left that negative question. You know, if you wasn't there, then you really need to close your mouth.
Okay.
If you wasn't there in New York while we was filming, you have no opinion. It's meritless and unwarranted. But I'm going to answer that. So, yes, that person did come to New York with 2 other females that was his co-host on the show. That's how I met them.
Oh.
They were told, just like I tell anyone else, you're responsible for your flight, your travel, and your lodging. No one ever tried to sleep with anyone. And thank you to that person's mother. Thank you to that person's mother and father who not just shot down everything that was being said about me and told their daughter they need to stop that and for her to make it stop. But also, when I talk about this man did his due diligence and did so much research, I want to say thank you to her father, man. Her father told me, Mikey J, I researched you a long time ago before I even allowed my daughter to get on a flight. Thank you for taking care of my daughter while she was up there. Thank you for making sure that my daughter was safe.
Right.
We know he said the word BS, the whole word, you know what I mean?
Right.
He said, we know it's BS. This person pulls up on my set, gets out the car like he a tough guy, got approached, and backed down. So if someone's gonna talk about something, talk about what you know, not what you heard. Talk about what you know, not what you think you know.
Right.
So they came up there. This one person, she did her thing on my set, but they made her very uncomfortable.
Oh, okay.
Because this person made it seem like he was her manager.
Okay.
Like he had a leash around her neck. And I told her dad that. I said, yo, this guy acts like he's beating on your daughter. Like he got a leash on her neck. And he said, I know. And I told him he needs to cut it out. So this can all be verified.
Wow.
So to that person who had the negative comments, in your comment section, you know, she really needs to stop that. No, this is not the casting couch. Where's she at? This is not the casting couch. This is not a company where you're going to sleep to get a role. Or sleep with anybody to get a role. I don't care if it's a man or a woman. This is not the type of company that's going to see anyone stranded. And she was not stranded.
Oh.
She was never stranded. Her mother or father would never allow her to get stranded.
Okay.
And I'm going to show you the text messages from her mother and father.
So she did make it back to Atlanta.
Yeah, she made it back to She made it back to Atlanta and then some. So a big shout out to her too, and to her other female co-hosts. If you notice, the other female co-host, she didn't say one negative thing about me because she couldn't.
Right.
Why is it always the dudes with female tendencies?
It's been a lot of that lately. Yeah, there's been a lot of that lately.
And it's sad and it's hurtful and it's hateful.
Wow.
And I'm glad because when you said the name, it didn't resonate right away until you started telling me the story. Right. I'm like, oh, that. So, big shout out to you know, my brother at the other radio station. I love him to death. I love him to death, man. Real talk. Because he told me, yo, what? Nah, I knew Michael J too long.
Yes.
We ain't doing that. This ain't the platform for that.
Right.
And he called me. He called me that night.
Wow.
When it first started happening. That person got mad, everybody, because I replaced him.
Wow.
Because he was late. He never showed up to my set. So I replaced him. So, yo, so I can't, so my team can't do it. It was one of those situations.
Okay, so he got replaced, and then he didn't want the young ladies to work, and they were okay with what they were doing. Wow.
Yes, ma'am. So I love God, and God could take my life right now if I'm fabricating anything. And that's just God's truth.
And they say it's 3 sides to every story: yours, theirs, and the truth.
Yeah.
And so I never knew this side, but I remember yesterday you said to me, "Oh, you made that comment on."
Remember, I didn't remember. I just remember that. I can remember the full comment.
And that wasn't anything negative. I was just like, I don't know. I can't remember what it was that I said because I don't pick up feelings for people. I'm a very and I'll say this: I never pick up feelings for people unless I am sleeping with them or they're my children. So anything else besides that, it doesn't bother me at all.
You even asked me yesterday about certain things.
Right.
And I said, you get there, I'll make sure we save you the airport money to pick you up.
Right. You said that.
It's very expensive from that airport.
Right. You did say that.
So, and just lastly, because I really want Mr. Britton to come in, for that one person again who said, I don't know what I'm talking about. I've been financing film for 13 years. I've been securing financing for other films for 13 years. I put out millions of dollars of my own money. I put out hundreds of thousands of my own money for my own films. I've been in this film industry longer than you actually think. So I am very well versed in the ethics, and the legalities of the film industry. And let's not forget the music industry. People like you will never take away what God has bestowed and blessed me with. People like you will never be able to dismantle and cancel me, because only I can cancel myself. Only God can cancel what he has blessed me with. Only God can take away what he has blessed me with. Not people like you. People like you are very miserable, unhappy. And to utilize this black woman's platform and you're another black woman is very disrespectful, very disheartening for you to try to tear down a fellow black man in a society in 2022 where black people are being eradicated and nullified and assassinated by white corporate establishments. So the Jim Crow doesn't work over here. Willie Lynch doesn't work over here. This is love. The show is Stoney Love, not Stoney Hate, not Stoney Fabrication, not Stoney anything else other than Stoney Love. So if you're not going to show love, you need to go find and receive love so you can learn to love yourself, so you can love other people. Don't bring that over here. No one can be able to discredit anything that I am or that I do. Mikeyjay. That's the name you need to Google.
Well, well said. And I hope that not just her, but all of the listeners were able to digest and understand that. I want to say thank you so much again. Tell everybody where they can find you in case they didn't write it down yesterday or they didn't get the message yesterday.
Yeah. So listen, everybody, God bless all of y'all, man. I really, really appreciate y'all for tuning in, allowing me to have the platform again. Thank you to Clark TV,
Yes.
Cornelius, I really appreciate it. Y'all can find me on YouTube at Mikey J TV. Y'all can find me on Instagram at Mikey J Paul. Michael Stephen Paul is my film industry and my corporate name. Mm-hmm. When my mother passed away, that's the name I started going by for corporate business and film. My mother died in my arms, so that's me paying homage to her, and I separated the entities. So Michael Stephen Paul is film, Mikey J is music. And you can find me on Twitter at Mikey J. You can just Google it, it's out there.
You're there.
AnyeFilmGroup.com will be up and running. I saw the first view of the new website. It's amazing.
Wow,
Shout
congratulations.
out to Gerald, thank you. Shout out to Tori Jones and Niles down in Jacksonville. And
yes,
I look forward to working with anybody. If you want to be in my films, it's AIGNE Filmcasting at yahoo.com. Just come with a positive energy, positive spirit.
I'm ready to learn and work.
Ready to learn. Let me coach you. I won't promise. I tell everyone this. I will not promise you the world, but I will promise to expose you in the best and brightest stage in light that I can expose you in. It won't happen on my time or yours. It's going to happen on God's time if it's meant to happen at all for you. God bless.
All right. We're going to, I don't know if we need to take a break to,
let me break.
we're just going to slide up. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Let me get up?
Yes.
Okay.
You can. Because we're about to go off.
That was so good. Look.
You was watching
What's
TV.
happening, sweetie?
It's so good to see you this morning. Yes, nice to see you. So is there anything you would like to share with everybody before we go?
Yeah. First of all, I'd like to just recap on something that Mikey shared, which really touched me. And one of the things that we have to do as people who have struggled over the times, over the years in this industry, to find a place in this industry, let's not go backwards. Let's not go backwards. Let's not come into this industry thinking that all of a sudden we're going to be handed the stars and the moon. You're not.
Right.
You're not. There's countless of people that have made it, that tell you the stories repeatedly. Steve Harvey will tell you how he slept in a car. Tyler Perry will tell you how he slept in a car. Britton Carter will tell you how he spends his own money to get to a set, to get to to make a movie. You know what I'm saying? I spend my own money. I work sometimes 2, sometimes 3 jobs. You have to be Jamaican in this field. You know what I'm saying? So,
3 jobs, man.
And then when we talk about the morality aspect. Listen, it's not just in the movie industry. It's, you come with a set of principles, values, and morality already. You know what I'm saying? So what you come with, you know what I'm saying, is either going to be some good stuff that's going to carry over and you can enhance on it, or you're going to have to be corrected at some point. Because some people come in there with the wrong idea and the wrong vision, the wrong intent.
Right.
If you come in and you see Britton Carter and you know that he works closely with Mikey J and you think you can get at me to get to him, you're wrong.
Yeah, you're wrong,
If you
right.
think you're going to sleep with me and test my integrity, you're wrong. I'm 65 anyway, so...
Oh, whoa, you look good for 65.
Yeah, so I'm just not doing it like that.
Wow.
What we want to do is we want to have a wholesome business. Anye Film Group is about family.
Right.
We're about raising kids in this industry so that they can flourish. We're about taking older individuals and giving them something to do that they can hold on to and say, look, you know, this is what I created.
Right.
It's about doing what God said do.
That's right.
God said, go to the earth and create. Stop
That's right.
playing, go create something.
That's right.
You know? But you know, your show is, you know, you ran over, and I just wanted to say hello and just get out
Of
here.
course.
Anye Film Group.
I didn't want to end the show without saying, you know, something to you. And I want to say thank you, Mr. Carter and Mikey J, for coming by today. That was part 2 of yesterday's show, which will air as well sometime today. And if you are drowning and you can't swim, remember God is your life jacket.
That's right.
And just step out on faith. And then until tomorrow, I'll see you in the morning.